So they're like living it up, going to In-N-Out Burger every single night. Probably every day too, for lunch, eating all those fries, and then taunting us on Twitter.
And beignets in New Orleans.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did they bring us back any? Probably not. But anyway, we've been missing Ed and Dina here at All Things Fun.
Very much.
But they'll be back soon. Welcome to the All Things Fun New Comics Vidcast. Today is Wednesday, June 6th. Say the 6th?
Yeah. Could be.
It's the first week of June. I have no idea.
It's the first week.
All I know is that our
June.
kids aren't out of school yet, but it's coming next week.
5.
5. Okay.
Wednesday the 5th? All right.
No, I think it's the 6th. I think
yesterday
Monday was the
my
4th.
anniversary.
Ah.
Happy anniversary to
Happy
Brian.
anniversary, yeah.
Anyway,
Brian's watching the house here
Brian's watching the house.
while we go crazy.
We have a lot of books this week. Last week was a pretty light week. This week, lots of stuff.
Very heavy. I don't think we're going to get all of it,
We
so
won't.
let's just talk about the important stuff.
But the stuff we think is important.
You have Green Arrow over there.
So let's start with Allison's rant of the week.
Well, first I want to say I saw the Arrow preview for the TV series.
On the CW, right?
On the CW. I'm kind of shocked. I wish we had Justin Hartley and the real Smallville Green Arrow back, but we don't. Looks like we're going to have a serial killer. But how's the comics?
Because apparently the teens love the killing right now.
Yeah, nothing beats a boxing glove arrow than an
It's a
arrow
classic.
right through the chest.
Yeah. Yikes. Oh, so we have Green Arrow number 10 out from the New 52.
By the wonderful Ann Nocenti.
Yeah, I continue to be floored by the opening sequences that don't make a whole lot of sense. Last time we had Green Arrow, who is in charge of a high-tech company with a sheet of paper memos in costume on the top of a building, paper memos from his company, throws them into the wind. Doesn't make any sense for a high-tech CEO in this world of iPhones. And today we have some lady on a motorcycle. These people obviously have never driven a motorcycle. She's talking to no one. She's talking. It's not a thought bubble. She's actually speaking without a helmet, with a very small fairing, on a motorcycle. It's very hard to do this and not
Perhaps she's insane.
choke on bugs. So, yeah, I would recommend that these people actually try to take a ride on a motorcycle to see how hard that is. And then they would know that it's pointless to talk to the ether. Maybe she's talking to the bugs on her face. I don't know. But anyway, I didn't get past the first page because I just don't understand. These little details are important to me as a reader.
How do you really feel?
I'm sorry. I love Green Arrow. I love Ollie. And I'm really, really looking forward to them doing something that makes sense with the character. That's how I really feel.
Well, now that we got the big news.
Yeah, so the
comic
first 10
news
minutes
out,
of our
out of the way.
episode.
We're going to go with a little obscure book.
Okay.
You might have heard about it. It's called Before Watchmen.
Before Watchmen.
This is Minutemen, number 1 of 6. This is the Darwin Cook book, which is the one I was looking most forward to.
Yes.
Minutemen were the Golden Age version of the Watchmen. The original Night Owl, original Silk Spectre, Hangman, Captain Metropolis.
So this is when
The
they
Silhouette.
first got together as a team? When
This
in their young, when they
this
were
was the
younger?
first superhero team of the Watchmen universe.
That's what I mean. Yeah. Okay.
It is actually quite good.
Glenn likes something?
It is deranged where it needs to be deranged, with like the comedian, the Hangman. But it's actually a really good superhero comic.
Awesome.
I enjoyed it quite a bit. And the Crimson Corsair 2-pager in the back, well worth the price. A lot of negative publicity, a lot of people boo-hooing this book. I like it.
Awesome.
But then again, I'm a pain in the butt. Speaking of books that people were talking about, Earth 2 number 2.
Yes.
Big news in the press, Alan Scott coming out.
So this is a focus on Jay, though, right? This one?
It's a focus on many characters.
Okay.
We have some Michael Holt, Mr. Terrific, in this book.
Cool.
We have some Terry Sloan, Mr. Terrific, in this book.
Ah.
We have
Dun, dun.
first appearances of 2 or 3 new characters. But as you said, mostly it's the origin of the Jay Garrick Flash. Very cool new origin. And also we find out a little more about Alan Scott.
Okay.
This is one of my picks for the week, Earth 2.
Earth 2.
Not just a publicity stunt, actually a very, very good book.
Issue number 1 was awesome.
Yes, it was.
Very looking forward to number 2. Also on Earth 2?
Also on Earth 2, we have Huntress Power Girl World's Finest, number 2. They're fighting a villain that looks suspiciously like a cross between Metallo and the Anti-Monitor. So
And there's some bikinis. Not while they're fighting, though, because those girls are smarter than that. I opened it up and saw one of them in a bikini. But she was actually swimming, having fun.
Paul Levitz.
I'm sorry,
George
but anyway,
Perez.
issue 1 was really good, too.
You can't lose. It's actually a very good book.
Smart rating. Okay, what else do we have?
I don't know. Go for it. What do you got?
I have a lot of stuff from DC New 52 that I'm not necessarily keeping up with, so I'm afraid I can't give you a synopsis of what's going on. But then we have Red Lanterns, number 10, and it has a Stormwatch tie-in. We also have Stormwatch number 10 out at the same time.
Well, Peter Milligan's writing both now, okay?
Yes. You usually cover Stormwatch, and Ed usually gets all the Lantern books. So there we go. I'm in new waters. We have Justice League International number 10 with a really gruesome cover.
We have a new lineup.
In the grip of breakdown.
And
They're all
they are
like
fighting
zombies or something.
anarchist supervillains. I believe they're called the Burners.
Wouldn't supervillains always be kind of anarchists?
Okay, they're the opponents. How's that?
Okay.
But I mean, it's a new twist on an antagonist.
Okay.
Because they're true anarchists.
Ah, all right. And imagine that they wouldn't work well together. Batwing, number 10. We do have little cameo appearances by Batman and Robin and Nightwing. And it's globe hopping, globe trotting. They're all on the trail of bad guys all over the world.
Major Rogues Gallery villain in there too, right?
In the end.
Yes.
Yeah. But he was not in China.
I thought it was China. What do I know?
They are in China, and there is a bad guy, but it's not the one that you were talking about. You can't believe everything you read on the internet.
I couldn't remember who it was, so I didn't say who it was.
It doesn't matter. We have Batman Detective Comics number 10. I think. Yeah, sorry. This is the bad book I don't read. I want to read, but it's usually too bloody for my
Tony
delicate my delicate sensibility.
Ed Bennett's on art. That's actually a
Yeah, it's
difference,
probably
isn't it?
fantastic, and I'll bet the stories are awesome. So if you can handle the blood and gore, then absolutely give it a try.
Well, actually, haven't the Batman books lightened up a little bit? Ooh, that's a nasty looking guy.
Yeah, I think most of them did lighten up a little bit on visuals, except this one. I think this one
Batman
is always-
galore. Batman all over the place.
Yeah, I'll bet it's awesome. So
Well,
let's
as long
check it
as
out.
we're talking about
Bad books?
grotesqueries.
Oh, okay.
Dial H number 2. This is a rocking book.
I know you really liked number 1. Remember that?
The H-Dial continues to transform him into very, very twisted heroes. Just a few. There's Hole Punch, Pelican Army, and what's my favorite? The Rancid Ninja.
Rancid Ninja. Now I have a question. Are these... Are they necessarily heroes to start with, or are they heroes because that's what he does with them?
He dials,
Right.
and then he becomes
He
this
becomes
person.
something.
But it's kind of like the Billy Bats and Captain Marvel thing. He's controlling.
Okay. So they could easily be villains if he made the wrong choices.
It depends on the person who has it.
Right.
Yeah, I believe in the original Dial H for Hero, Robbie Reed only became a villain once, and that's because he was under a spell.
Okay.
Everyone that he became was a hero. Speaking of heroes and villains, we get a villain in this issue, and he's not nice. More on the side of something out of Tony Daniel's Detective than anything else.
All right. Awesome. Also in the dark category, we have DC Comics Night Force number 4 of 7. I don't know anything about this.
It's the
I'm sorry about that. It's Marv Wolfman.
Yeah, not Marvel fan, but he probably
Not Marvel
is.
fan. Yeah, Marv Wolfman is writing. I don't.
It's a team of monsters led by a vampire.
Okay.
And
It's
they
monsters
fight,
everywhere.
They fight monsters
And
who are more evil.
Cheetah. Okay.
And it's actually a very, very good take on it. I remember the original, and the new version is even better.
See, I asked, should it be in your pile, Glenn? And he was like, no.
I've got so much here. I've got so much. I've got Action Comics with Superman, Grant Morrison, number 10.
Nice.
Clark Kent's dead. Who would have thought? He's dead.
What?
He's dead.
You can't do that.
Got some interesting Rags Morales art. Justice League is in here. There are 3 stories in this book.
Ah, okay.
What else you got? What else you got?
I have GI Combat number 2.
With the new Unknown Soldier.
Yes, part 2 of the Unknown Soldier story.
Are there more dinosaurs?
They're in the not in that story, but in the lead story, they're the war that time forgot continues.
Dinosaur
with,
Island.
Yeah, in Korea, and dinosaurs, and it's awesome. This is some great storytelling right here. Very cool. It doesn't matter what it's about. It's good storytelling. We've got J.T. Kroll with the dinosaurs and Justin Gray
Awesome.
and Jimmy Palmiotti.
Yeah.
So we've got
Always good.
star storytellers here. GI Combat number 2.
Well, talking about star storytellers,
Yeah.
I have my 2 favorite writers of the New 52. Jeff Lemire with Animal Man in the Redlands. Cameos by some of the Justice League Dark, and Buddy's family is in big trouble while he's in the Redlands. Have Scott Snyder on Swamp Thing, featuring the return of the arch-villain Anton Arcane. Do not miss Swamp Thing number 10.
Awesome. We have a television tie-in from DC Comics. We have Smallville Season 11, number 2. If you wanted to know what happened to the Blur once he became Superman, you can follow that in print. And from Vertigo, from the pages of Fables, we have Fairest.
I've heard you like that book.
Number 4. I love Fables. Absolutely. I'm a big convert. I have been picking them up in trade and have been trying to catch up. And it's awesome. And Jack of the Tales is just hilarious. Jack of Fables is a side shoot story. I picked those up in trade, and he's just the rogue you love to hate, and he's just awesome.
Okay.
But anyway, Fables.
Do you have any Marvels?
I don't think so.
You're no Marvel girl.
I have no Marvel girl. Again, I have some indies, and I have kids' books.
Okay. From Marvel, there's an event going on.
Yeah, I've heard of that.
AVX, Avengers vs. X-Men.
How is that going? Because I haven't...
How is that going? It's not going well.
Okay. For the company or the hero?
Several of the teams are fragmented. The team that was in space to stop the Phoenix Force has been decimated.
Uh-oh.
And the Phoenix Force is coming to Earth. They confront it on the moon. Things are not going well.
Because really, the story would be over if they had won in space.
Yeah.
Right? So we needed to come to Earth.
Uncanny X-Men number 13 continues. Hope is being tempted by other forces, and the Phoenix Force again is coming to Earth. Speaking of AVX, Avengers Academy enters the storyline. Question is, whose side are they on? May not be as obvious as it sounds with the title. I've also got Invincible Iron Man 518, Matt Fraction. What more do I need to say?
Cool.
I've got from the pages of X-Force, Age of Apocalypse. Looks like Grey Hulk and Wolverine on the cover.
Apocalypse.
How can you miss? 175 is the issue of Thunderbolts, where it becomes Dark Avengers.
Dun, dun, dun.
Luke Cage versus Norman Osborn. What more do you need to know there? And one of my favorite books, Defenders, by Fraction and the Dodsons. This issue we have Black Panther and Black Cat. All sorts of blackness.
All sorts of blackness.
All sorts of blackness.
That's funny.
Battling in Wakanda.
Huh. All right.
So what's next?
So I've got some indies. We've got Valiant making a big comeback. We've got Valiant Exo Man of War number 2. You have that one too?
We finally get to see him in the armor.
Ooh,
It's
yeah.
moving along.
Yes. Very cool.
It's not quite what the Exo I remember,
Okay.
but I'm digging the story, and it slowly is becoming the Exo Man of War I remember.
I saw the teaser on Free Comic Book Day, and I found that it was very compelling, and I wanted to know more about. Is it Alric? Is that how you pronounce
Could
it?
be.
The
Have you read?
No, I'm not. I'm new to.
You've
the
never
Exo
read
Man
any of
War.
the Valiant books?
No.
Okay.
No. So I'm new to it. So you guys probably are excited for the return of it if you had read it in the past. I'm new eyes to the whole thing, and I find it compelling storytelling.
Valiant in the 1980s had a very successful run as an independent company, and they started off with properties from before, like Magnus, Robot Fighter, Turok, Son of Stone, Dr. Solar. and they built on that universe.
Okay.
And the book you have right there, Harbinger,
Harbinger, number 1 is out this week.
was their first original book, along with the properties. And Harbinger rocked. Basically, it's about young people with superpowers. It's kind of X-Men-ish when you
Psychic
describe it.
abilities, though. Is it strictly psychic abilities?
No, no.
The-
But Harada,
the teaser I
Harada,
read
the
is
Japanese businessman who starts it, does have psychic abilities.
Yeah, so does this
I'm
kid.
hoping it's going to build into the rest of what I remember from Harbinger.
Oh.
Harbinger was just an excellent book.
Yeah.
Great personalities, great characters. You really felt for them.
I also enjoyed the preview I saw from Free Comic Book Day of this one and felt that this was a compelling story that I also wanted to follow. So, Harbinger number 1 from Valiant is out this week. Hooray. I have Fanboys vs. Zombies number 3 from Boom. This is just tons of fun. I'm really enjoying that. And I don't even know who this is from, Big Dog Inc. The Legend of Oz, The Wicked West. This looks really fun. Really cool. Exciting. Oh yeah, and this.
And this, Thief of Thieves, number 5 from Image.
Yeah, the very first is Robert Kirkman.
How can you lose a Kirkman?
Yeah. The first issue I read of this was sort of burn notice, pretty much. And I think maybe he's finding his traction and getting away from the derivative material into really what he wants to do. So.
Okay, I have Trio, number 2 from John Byrne, featuring heroes called Rock, Paper, Scissors. It sounds silly, but I gotta say, this is the first John Byrne work I've seen in years that I've actually enjoyed. It's a lot of fun.
Wow.
And also out today, Spawn 220, the 20th anniversary of Spawn.
Wow.
Awesome stuff. If you love Spawn, you will love this.
Cool.
Ooh.
With
Centerfolds.
Centerfolds. Nice.
I bet you got kids' books.
I have lots of kids' books today. It's a big day in the comic shop for the kiddies and all ages goodness. We have, first off, Super Dinosaur, make amends to Mr. Kirkman, Super Dinosaur number 11. My kids continue to love this series. It's awesome. Kizoic has Casper's Scare School number 2. It's been a while since we've seen that one. That's tons of fun. Kung Fu Panda number 5. This one was a really great series. The first 4 issues of this had a lot going for it. It wasn't just silliness like in the movie. It actually has some substance in the story, so really good.
So the book has a plot.
Actually, a plot and like some teachings, but not in a heavy way. It was very good, very well done. And then some fun stuff. Scooby-Doo, Where Are You? We're missing Velma.
Ooh,
We've got Toy
that's fun.
Story Limited 4 of 4, wrapping up the limited
material.
series of Toy Story in comics. Garfield number 2 from Kaboom. And this is an original graphic novel or a collected, I'm not even sure, but Bart Simpson is out to lunch for your older kids from Bongo Comics.
Well, we have no head, so we have trades over here.
And we have a stack of other trades.
Deadpool,
Not for kids.
Institutionalized, Daniel Way. Bendis and Maliv, Moon Knight. Does that have a subtitle? No, it's just Moon Knight. It was a terrific series. From Vertigo,
Collecting 1 through 7. Yeah.
DMZ, The Five Nations of New York, Doctor Who, As Time Goes By, the Casablanca crossover, Walking Dead, Volume 16, A Larger World, the stories that lead into the upcoming 100. The Boys, this is Volume 11, Over the Hill with the Swords of 1,000 Men. I believe that's where they visit the Christian superheroes. Infestation 2, Volume 1. Dungeons and Dragons, Shadow Plague, doesn't sound good.
That's never a good thing.
From the New 52,
Nope, no, it's got that.
Brightest Day,
tag.
Green Lantern Corps, Revolt of the Alpha Lanterns.
Continuing to collect those stories.
Now from the New 52, we have the first volume of Red Lanterns, Blood and Rage. That's what they're all about. And beautiful new hardback, Volume 1, Batman Detective Comics from Tony Daniel, Faces of Death.
Yes. It is great storytelling. It's just
Gruesome.
a little too gruesome for me, but
Gruesome.
you guys probably would love it.
Batman, Joker, Penguin. Awesome. horrible.
We have some great stuff in the comic shop today. We have fun new tumblers with Superman and ice trays featuring Batman and Superman symbols.
We have a sonic screwdriver from the Doctor Who people, and also a white Dalek.
Awesome. And
And it is the 6th.
And it is the 6th.
And I'm in the doghouse.
Yeah. Because you missed your anniversary.
It's the 6th.
That's why my text didn't go over so well yesterday.
Poor Brian, it is the 6th. Thank you very much.
That's why he'll be staying here overnight tonight.
No, baby, I always meant to surprise you with this new thing. Thank you for bearing with us. And for a list of all the comics out today, go to our website, allthingsfun.net.
Allthingsfun.net.
And we will see you next week. Thank you.